Hey guys! So today we're going to be doing a video all about the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation and the pressed powder. I know I'm a little bit late to the ball game on this, but I haven't tried the pressed powder. I've tried the foundation. I just wanted to try them in conjunction with each other. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. Before we get into it, I just want to remind you that I am planning on doing a giveaway once I hit 1,000 subscribers. So don't forget to subscribe before you leave and leave me a comment on some video ideas that you would like to see below. And let's go ahead and get started in this video. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is get this foundation. It has one of these applicators, which I don't really think is that sanitary at all. I'm not going to put a primer down because I want to see how long it lasts without a primer. I'll probably use a setting spray. I never noticed that setting sprays really prolong my makeup, except for maybe a couple of them that I use. But usually it's just to kind of sink everything into the skin. So we're going to start out with that much, and I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge to blend all this in and just see kind of what it looks like. I think this is a little bit too dark for me. A little bit. So we're going to really blend this into the neck. It may not look dark on camera, but it definitely is a little bit. At least it's my right undertone. I got the lighter shade than this one. Oh, by the way, this is in the shade Soft Beige. I got this shade under this one, and it was way too pink toned for me. Or at least it was the shade under it that was in the store. And so that is one layer. I can still see some scarring that's on this side. Everything else is pretty good besides the scarring. So I'm going to add a little bit more to this. And then see what it does. I may have to spot correct. Not really sure. I wish this had a pump. It is so not ideal to continuously wipe this on your face and then wipe it on, you know, put it back into the tube or bottle. I had to do that like 10 times, I think. So I think it's building up really nice, although you can still see like the spots that I was talking about before. So I did not pick up the concealer. I heard it was really light coverage, and I'm just not, I like a more higher coverage concealer, so I didn't even waste the time to pick that up. But I try not to pick up things that I feel like I'm not going to like. I don't buy stuff with the intention of, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this, but we'll try it out anyway. I usually try to get things that I like. So I think that has a really nice finish. It's still setting, so we're gonna see how that is. I'm gonna take a spot concealer. I do have a Wet n Wild concealer. It is the Come Correct Wet n Wild concealer. This is in the shade Medium, and it is a little light. It's quite thick coverage. I wouldn't use this under your eyes, but I do use this to spot correct, and it is a little bit sticky. So see, that covered up pretty well, and I'll just kind of blend that for a second with my beauty blender or Real Technique sponge. And I don't think I have really any other blemishes besides on here. So we're going to bump that into my skin. Overall, I'm really liking the coverage on this so far with 2 layers. 1 layer not so much, but 2 layers did pretty well. I went ahead and concealed my under eye. I used the Physicians Formula New Instant Ready Concealer. So I'm going to use the pressed powder, and I got the shade Neutral Buff. So I'm going to take a Morphe G35 brush, and I'm going to first set my under eye, which hopefully, make sure my concealer isn't creasing. I'm hoping it sets my under eye. Usually I use a matte powder for under my eyes, so we're gonna see. I think it is my skin tone at least. So we're gonna see. I think that's setting it. I hope so. It's feeling a little sticky when I press my brush onto my face. So, okay, and then I'm gonna take a bigger powder brush for my whole face. So, I think this definitely is a good color. I always get scared getting drugstore products because I'm very neutral, and most of the time it's either very yellow or very pink. There's no real in between, and usually the neutral shades I feel like are either way too light or way too dark for me. So I feel like my face is still a little bit sticky. It hasn't set completely. So this may be better as like a finishing powder rather than a setting powder. I just wanted to try them together and see how they'd work out. So, but I definitely like the finish. I think it matches me pretty well, and I think I like the coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face and then give y'all kind of my concluding thoughts on how products lay on top of it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have put on all my makeup. I really like this foundation. I feel like it finally set really well. I did put a little extra powder under my eyes because I feel like it was a little not as set as I wanted it to be, but other than that, I'm really liking how everything applied on top. So the foundation powder, I feel like maybe the powder would be more of a finishing powder rather than a setting powder, because I did have to put on 3 or 4 layers of it, but it's not a bad powder, and for $5, you can't really beat it. So be sure to subscribe before y'all leave, and I hope you like videos like this. If you'd like to see more, just let me know down below in the comment section, and I would gladly do more like these, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!